It gives us how to use this key in interpreting a passage when something is doubtful, how to go see forward and backward into the text, how to know the context, and how not to deviate from the context, and how we should not interpret according to our own philosophy or religion or our own cult. Because these are books of universal value. Suppose yes, an ardent and staunch Hindu like Krishnamacharya tries to interpret it according to Hinduism. It's gone. Suppose a Roman Catholic tries to explain it as according to his own cult. It is gone. And after few days we find that the Protestant and the Catholic fighting and tearing off the scripture. Some pages are gone. So this should be protected from the evil beings, the black magicians who are called the scholars and the people of religion, the bigots, the narrow-minded people who find their own people and the non-believers. As a religious man, I find my own people and those who do not believe my religion. So such devils should be kept away from these books. Because it is the work of the devil that makes us believe in religion and makes us believe in the other man as non-believer. So these Paleolithic instincts should be protected against. These books should be carefully protected, and the masters know how to protect them. They have the ingenious and skillful methods how to protect them. Because they have protected these books from the clutches of the black magicians of the Atlantis. So it is not so very difficult for them to protect from the evil genius of the religious bigots of the centuries. So this should be the last key, Pirukta. They give us how to use these things. For example, we have a word, atom. We are giving an example, you need not take down, just. We have another word called Adam. In an age, in some centuries, in literature we find this word. In the present centuries, we find this word. And in the medieval centuries, we find, through some languages of the Arabic cult, we find this word. And through some centuries in the Orient, we find this word. And what is it that is in common? So, you cut off the hair and the mustaches and the barb and discover the man. This science enables us to do so in a very scientific way and enables us to read any scripture of any century as far as it is possible without deviating from the poor fellows, the authors. See, just only an example. I will give you another example. To find something in common and what it is. To find something in common and know what it is. and Stein in one language, will find out what it is in common. Like that. Understand that the last form in every set is Sanskrit. Pitru means father, ancestor, forefather. Here, Matru means mother. Bratra means brother. Sthana means stone. Like that, you are expected to take as many languages as possible into consideration and take the related words and try to understand the import of the original text. So this is the last key, the sixth key. And we are expected to apply the 6 keys to the 7th, which we call the original Vedic text. Not the pages in the text, but the text is what is called the I am in you. That's why many of the mantrams in the Vedic text, they say towards the end, this is the one who knows, who reads. They describe one aspect of God in it, and they say, do you know whom we are describing? This is the one who is reading this. That is how they interpret. You see, they describe the Almighty in a particular splendor, as a creator, or as a destroyer, or as a king, or as an administrator, or as the solar deity, or the sunlight, or the brilliant egg or something. And towards the end he says, do you know whom I am describing? This is the solar God who is the reader himself. One who knows this is the same as the one who is described in this. That is how they are described. So, the 7th is the key, called the original text, which is the I am in you, and Blavatsky calls it the one manuscript. Only manuscript, that is the I am in you. The only one copy of it is now in existence means it is always in singular number, the I am. So that is called the 7th. These are the 6 keys to the 7th, which is called the master key. Thank you. So with this introduction of yesterday and day before yesterday, we now take to study a passage from the Vedic text during the next few days. How to study it? We will take an example of the passages of the main Vedic text are called Samhitas. The word Samhita means a collection. Generally it is understood as the collection of a group of passages or mantras. But in fact, the commentary says that it is a collection of words, sounds, meanings into a synthesis which they call mantra or mantra. Nowadays, The word mantra or mantra is used in the West to indicate something mysterious or miraculous, but it never means anything like that. The word mantra means something to meditate. It comes from the root in Sanskrit, man, to meditate. Manas means mind. Man is to take through mind into yourself. A passage that is to be taken through the intuitive vehicle with the help of the interpreting vehicles or intellectual vehicles, and with the help of what we call logic, meaning and syntax. So this is what they define as mantra. So there is nothing peculiar about it or nothing dangerous about a mantra. Even in India, the popular notion is mantra is something which produces some queer effects that are of a magical nature, let it be black magic or white magic. And it never means anything like that. These Samhitas contain what we call mantras. So it is a collection of all the psychological and the supra-psychological faculties of a human being through the vehicle of sound and meaning. That is what they define and interpret by the word mantra. Is it clear? Now, the whole of the text